The Navy Warfare Development Command tested a new anti-ship missile defense system June 21st through 25th. Pandora Fog consists of shipboard radar-absorbing carbon fiber clouds tested under a variety of at-sea conditions using assets from the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force. These man-made clouds are part of a layered defense and are capable of preventing a missile from detecting and striking its target.
All right, guys, welcome in. Welcome back to Above Ground World News. We are live, and you heard it from the naval. We're looking at Pandora Fog operation out here in right below the Aleutian Island chain, man. It's a mega operation out here. But we got so much other news to get in. We'll get into this here in a minute. And excuse me if I lose a lung during this show. Whatever they sprayed on us this last go around here has got everybody with a chest cold, chest flu, all the way from the west coast to the east coast, man. Toxic skies, man. That's what we're looking at. Let's jump into some news, and then we'll get into the 16-day forecast. So there's been a passport, where am I here? Passport machine outage causes major delays in Australia airports. This could only lead to maybe one thing, maybe a false flag. This is just a heads up. So just wanted to get this out there just so people know that this is going on. We got way more. That's not the one I really wanted to get into, but hey, this is even worse down in Australia. Australia is trying to kill millions of stray cats by airdropping poison sausages. The Australian government wants to kill 2 million feral cats by next year, and it wants to do it by airdropping poisonous sausage. There are currently an estimated 2 to 6 million free-roaming cats across the country, and the officials say they are threatening native wildlife populations. According to the Australian government, the goal is to reduce the impact of feral predators and increase the resilience of our native species. So what else do you think is going to be, what the heck is that? That's a good thumbnail right there. Anyway, it's just nuts, man. How many other animals you think are going to be eating these poisoned sausages? These people are complete madmen. Oh, and hey, before I go much farther, the PDF links to the detoxing and stuff didn't work last night, but I did paste them back in there, and also I had to actually put them on my Google Drive. They're in the description tonight, so if you didn't get them yesterday, they're in both yesterday's video and today's video. Also, if the stream starts sucking real bad, I'll restream it over on DLIVE. It don't cost you nothing to watch them over there. In fact, I think you can even make money by watching stuff on DLIVE. But, yeah, I streamed for 6 hours straight last night and did not drop a single frame over there. So, yeah, it's just all on YouTube. Anyway, here we go. We've had a massive fire at a coal depot causes major disruption to Heathrow trains. There was a container industrial conveyor belt, 15 vans, and 3 articulated lorries were consumed by the blaze at the depot. Now, you know this was probably a attack for sure. Around 15 people left the yard of the depot before firefighters arrived, but there was no reports of injuries. So they had I got a couple articles here on this. So the airport is 15 vans. So 15 vans blew up. I don't know if these were all in the building. I haven't watched any of this, but they sent 10 fire trucks. 70 firefighters were on the scene of the blaze. So there's a bunch of road closures, and their houses were shaking from the explosions. So who knows if this was some kind of targeted attack? Probably was, since it was over there where everything else is going nuts. So definitely some explosions. And they're telling people to stay inside. So no telling what is in this other than coal. You know, it could be some kind of chemicals. So heads up out there in the UK. And be safe out there. All right, let's get out of that. And what do we got here? City manager says never again after overnight army training exercise panics north. Raleigh neighborhood. That was like last month. How'd I get that up here? All right. Global 5G wireless networks threaten weather forecast. We've been seeing this come out of Australia. All this 5G stuff is going to affect the weather. So now, even though the local meteorologists are lying anyway, now they're all our data is going to be screwed up by the 5G. They're going to stop at nothing to pass this new world order 5G. And then we wonder why the internet bandwidth is messed up. The bandwidth bottleneck is throttling the internet. Researchers are scrambling to repair expanded data pipes worldwide to keep the information revolution from grinding to a halt. Another sign of the blackout, another looming blackout. This is just another sign of it. They're telling you. On June, is this an old article? Oh, this is even an old article. How the heck did I get that up here? Never mind on that one. Hey, thanks, sir, Christy. All right, so California, more than 700 at 2 California universities under quarantine amid the measles outbreak. So they're quarantining people now if they don't take the vaccine. An increase of about 400 from the day before. Officials continued steps to curb the potential spread of measles after an outbreak was declared in Los Angeles County. 2 universities, University of California, Los Angeles, and California State University, have been working with county officials to identify and contact students and employees who may have been exposed. All that stuff, man. I don't know what the heck is going on with this. You know, if the vaccines worked, there wouldn't be an outbreak. You know, so, you know, I think I know what's causing the outbreak. We'll get into that here in a little bit. And then the U.S. is supposed to launch its most advanced weather satellite yet. The GOES-R can snap an image every 30 seconds and will improve responses to severe storms. Well, how's that going to work when the 5G's messing it all up? Anyway, they're just trying to catch up to the China satellite, the Harper. I don't even know how to pronounce that one that I use all the time. That's way better than anything we got. So we'll see if that thing goes good or not. Hell, this was in 2016. I don't know how I'm getting these old articles mixed in here. So anyway, all right, that's all for the headlines. Yeah, quality's starting to drop. What time is it? 9:39. Yeah, it's like they throttle us down at certain times. So, oh, I got a bunch of information somebody sent me on the Oroville Dam, but I just didn't get time to check that out here. I got to mute. I got to sneeze and cough. Hang on. All right, as a false alarm. Yeah, let's take, before we get into that forecast, check this out. Whatever they sprayed on us this last system here, man, I'm telling you, it got a lot of people messed up with the chest cold, man. Look, I mean, look at this. Is down just below Arizona. Here's New Mexico, California, right over here, Bajas. Look at that. Hopefully you guys can see that, because that is insane right there. It gets worse as we go. We got mega Oh, and it wants to reload it live as we're doing it. I already had this all preloaded. So you got just like, what are they doing up here? I mean, that's like some kind of rockets right there. So mega spraying operations today. And then, of course, you have the massive bunker fuel operation. This is bigger than before the Paradise Fire. So I don't know what the heck is going on up here. And when you take a look down here, this is targeted aerosol spraying right here. I mean, look at this. This is a super grid right here over Santa Rosa. Chem fog going straight out off the coast. And this spray goes all the way across Nevada into Utah, parts of Oklahoma, and into Kansas, Wyoming. Right here, they're having tornadoes right now. Tornado warnings in effect right now. Let's take a quick look at that. So right now, yeah, we still have tornado watches and warnings going on there in western Kansas. So heads up if you're out there. We got blizzard warnings up in Wyoming, winter weather storms up in North Dakota, Colorado. So a lot of stuff going on here tonight. A lot of stuff on the radar. Hang on, I got to sneeze again. Another false alarm. I'm going to sneeze here in a minute. You watch. I probably won't get it muted in time, but hey, let's go ahead and get this 16-day forecast out of the way. Then we'll jump into all the weather warfare that's causing this. So right now, we're going to take a look at the weather plan. This is the 16-day weather plan handed down by Raytheon. And we'll see how they go to script. So far, they've been right on the money. So let's take this up 6 hours at a time. So Monday, tomorrow, we're going to have severe weather north of Kansas City. Right there in Kansas City, right to the Iowa border. And it's going to go right on through Illinois, parts of Wisconsin, and right into Detroit. Let's take this on up. You have a blizzard going on in Colorado on Tuesday. I mean, look at the winds are so tight. If you're up in the mountains, it's going to be treacherous up there. Going on still on Tuesday. Nobody's going to escape all this rain. Just tons of rain, not super heavy. Maybe inch to 2 inches until we get to Wednesday. Now we're going to start seeing more severe weather right over the Kansas City area, all through Wichita, Kansas, down all the way to the southern part of Kansas. And then it's going to really explode again, just north of Kansas City, going up into Iowa. And then you're going to have some strong cells down in Texas and Oklahoma. So heads up on May 1st. And another blizzard there. Not as bad as winds, but still snow, spring snow everywhere. Southern Missouri, southeastern Missouri on May 1st, you're going to get hit, along with Wisconsin, parts of Illinois, Michigan. You notice these are all taking the exact same tracks every time, this whole winter. So it don't stop there. May 2nd, we have new storms firing up in central Texas, right where they just happened for the last couple of weeks, where they've already been flooded. Parts of Kansas, parts of Oklahoma, mid-Missouri. Southern Missouri is going to be getting hit pretty good here on May 2nd, along with Texas and Oklahoma. And that's just going to track right on the same place. Then when we get up here to Thursday, May 2nd, look out, Arkansas, because you're going to have a major storm, tornadoes. It's going to have it all right there going into May 3rd. Heavy rain for the Northeast. You guys aren't going to see the sun for weeks. So check that out. We're just going to keep on going through. Here's May 4th. Another real strong system up there for Wisconsin on May 4th. It's going to be, I told you, like back in October, we'd probably have the never ending winter. And for parts of the north, that's been like that. So let's get up in here on May 6th. Got some strong storms right on the border there in Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado. And then it explodes on Monday, May 6th. And you got to look out down here in Bermuda on the 6th, too. So we know that's one of their ritual days. So heads up on May 6th anyway. No telling what might come across. Look at this rain amount. I mean, that's a lot of rain going on. Here we are on May 7th. More storms for Louisiana, Arkansas. Rain all over Missouri, all over Kansas, all over Nebraska. A little bit of severe weather. See, all the severe weather keeps hitting the same spots. We'll have a heavier cell of rain there in Tennessee. And then the south again. It's just like an alternating. Right there where they got the crazy next rad here on May 8th. More super strong storms down there in southern Texas. And it goes right on down the south. So May 8th, May 7th, May 8th, Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi. And look, it's going to park there for days. So we're talking major flooding event here on the 8th, 9th, and 10th, 7th, 8th, 9th. And it hangs around all the way up into the 10th. And then the leftovers are just going to track. Look at that, like a double low pressure right there. So we're going into May 11th. We'll get a little bit of a break until the 13th. And look at this long straight line of storms. East Coast heads up on the 14th. That thing could spin back around and hit like the Boston area. That's far as we can go. And one thing we got to check now, we need to check the total precipitation amounts. And that's going to tell us where the targets for the flooding are. Much love out there, guys. Nice crowd out there tonight. Stream seems to be doing good. So let me take you through the 16 days of moisture here. Let's just pull it all the way up. We'll let this load. Now we're going to see who the targets are of the weather plan. And believe me, this is a weather plan. This is all engineered flooding, engineered chest flu, you know, all of it. So here is our targets for all the moisture. You got parts of Kansas, northern Missouri, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi is going to get the brunt of it right at the Missouri River. And the Mississippi River, they're all going to be getting hit. Look down there in the islands down there. All right, let's go ahead and let's just check the Canadian model, because we're going to kind of go in between these. We just want to make sure these are both pretty close. This don't go all the way up 16 days, but it'll give us a good idea if they're both pretty close. Hey, thanks there, Sumi. Much love out there. So this one's showing more of the targets right through central Missouri for the rain amounts, Oklahoma and Arkansas. All right, I want to get back to the precipitation, and we'll check the Canadian model on this. We'll get this to load. Just remember all your crucial dates. You know, and then as we go, we'll factor in the weather engineering programs along the way, because that'll be the only thing that would change the forecast, like the shipping operation out there in the Pacific right now. That is a factor. It's a quick. So crucial dates on the Canadian model right here on April 29th. That's tomorrow. Heavy storms for the border of Nebraska, Kansas, North Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, and it's going to track straight across into the Ohio Valley. And then look at this on the Canadian model on the May 1st, man. It's looking like the whole central Missouri is going to get bombarded with heavy rain. We're looking at almost 10 inches of rain. So the Canadian model is definitely varying. It's showing way much more rain for Missouri. Look at the dark reds there. That's almost showing like into the 10 to 16 inches of rain. So this model is showing a much bigger storm than the American model. Let's take it on up far as we can go. Here's May 2nd. And that's tracking, look, it's showing a pretty bad storm down here on May 3rd. All tracking to the east. Wow, look at this storm up here. If this goes like this is saying, that'd be tornado weather up in North Dakota. You got the winds and the strong, heavy precipitation. That would make sense right there, the target. They're wanting to flood all this out, melt all the snow, overload the levees. All right, so we'll just see how that plays out. Let's go ahead and jump into the finish over here on the worldview. So this is my concern right here. Like, this is huge. This is a huge shipping operation. And it's just like the Pandora fog. Let's listen to that again.
The Navy Warfare Development Command tested a new anti-ship missile defense system June 21st through 25th. Pandora fog consists of shipboard radar-absorbing carbon fiber clouds tested under a variety of at-sea conditions using assets from the U.S. Army, Navy, and Air Force. These man-made clouds are part of a layered defense and are capable of preventing a missile from detecting and striking its target. Summer is here, and it's the perfect time to take advantage of recreational activities available to you.
Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. They make clouds with the ships. These are not fishing vessels. These are not cargo vessels. These are weather modification ships. All out here in, just south of the Aleutian Island chain. Yesterday, there was 2 shipping operations. One straight off the coast of California and one over in Japan. When we click that layer, man, we can... I don't see them. There may be a couple spraying right here. I mean, this is super targeted. This ain't water. Look, there's even a question mark spray right here. Right over the Woodland area. Sacramento, you got bombarded. Roseville. Santa Rosa, hammered. It goes right there off the coast. So, mega spraying operation. Spraying over San Francisco. So these are what they're seeding this. And look, it goes all the way over into Utah. Heavy, like where the severe storms are right now, heavy spraying. Hey, thanks, sir. Super chat out there, much love. Wyoming, hammered. Montana, hammered. Mega spraying up here in Canada. Actually, Alberta and BC is actually clear for the first time this whole month. But yeah, they're definitely spraying hard in this part. South Dakota, hammered. Minnesota, hammered. Iowa. Let's go down here and look at Green Bay and Michigan. We got to let this load. Oh, yeah, heavy aerosols. Toxic skies right here. Man-made, synthetic, toxic crap all over Wisconsin. You guys can't even see the sun. They block the sun. You got some nasty sprays going on. And that's what they are. They're sprays. They're not water vapor. Missouri, we got hit today. That's why I can barely talk. My wife and I, we got like that chest infection for like 3 days now that it is only getting worse. It's not going away. So heavy aerosols. Alabama's smacked down. Mississippi smacked down. And let's get this to load. It looks like, can't tell till this loads up a little bit. And it looks like the stream is actually running really good tonight. So, good thing. Like I said last night, we had a horrible, time with the stream. And I jumped over on DLIVE and I streamed for 6 straight hours and didn't even drop a frame. So, on here. Got to document this stuff, man, because we need the evidence to show if we could ever get these guys in a court of law. We have all this documented to prove what's going on. We went over articles yesterday from 1847 on the first successful cloud seeding making it rain operations. So they've been doing it forever. Georgia got a little bit of light aerosols. So yeah. All right, there we go. So I just want to kind of take a quick look everywhere else. I'm going to spend a whole lot of time on this. We still got the Earth though to get to down here in UK. Probably won't pick up the smoke from the fires till tomorrow. Heavy aerosols over the UK. They're getting bombarded. See if I can get that to load any better. So I got to kind of zoom in and out to get this map to go. All right, look at Sweden. Sweden's getting hit too. Oh, wow. You know what? This is pretty crazy. Israel has only been sprayed barely 2 to maybe 3 times, like inadvertent sprays. Check it out. They're completely clear right now again, but look just off to the coast. You have a huge spraying operation there off of Beirut, Lebanon, Tel Aviv. I mean, there's some like, whoa, look at that spraying operation out there. But what's crazy, it's not even going to go near them. You also have a bunch of Saharan dust in here. So they have like a, man, that looks like, that's pretty weird looking right there. So when I click these layers, it's not even going to hit them. It's going to go up and around them. So they're not going to get hit again. Somehow, they're like the only place on the planet that never gets sprayed, you know, directly. Turkey's getting sprayed. And it's like the only place on the planet. What the heck is that thing? It looks like an octopus or something. That's where the ship tracks from China were at yesterday. Hey, thanks out there, Bamboo. Much love out there. Can't tell till this thing loads up a little better. Yeah, it's kind of, this map is kind of slow loading right now. So you got aerosols up in Russia. Russia's getting hammered pretty good. Mongolia is actually not getting hit as bad as it normally does. So if I get this, the Yellow Sea, we just had military operations going on out here in the Yellow Sea. So yeah, there's some spraying operations out here. It's not loading very good, but hey, let's get the Earth Doll loading while we're waiting on that. We still got to look at that stuff. Hey, thanks there, Rhonda. Yeah, I'll just keep on slamming down the orange juice and all the vitamins and the apple cider vinegar and all that good stuff. Yeah, look at the Sea of Japan's getting waxed. So they have a major spraying operation out here. Laying the grids. It's already starting to drift out. We can see what it looked like when they first started. If I get the stupid layers to load, but hell, that layer's not even close to being loaded. All right, so I guess we're not going to get that to load much better. So let me go ahead and take them watches and warnings off. And I want to just take a quick look at the radar, see if we got any kind of, we got military radar operations here in California. They're all kind of pointing the same direction. They're pushing this moisture up. And it looks like they're trying to slow this storm down right here. or they're trying to blow it apart. So yeah, they're trying to slow the system down. We'll get into that later. No big ass beams or nothing that we're seeing here, so let's go ahead and get rid of that one. And like I said, we'll show this spraying operation down here. We're going to expand this out, but just get a good idea of how heavy these. And right here is are being deployed, and this is all drifting up right into Arizona, right into New Mexico, and then you have the huge liners even farther to the south, hitting the same spots, and they load the sky up with the heavy metals. Then they can use the radars to steer the moisture, the atmospheric to it. I mean, they're all over the world, man. They don't even need the Hart facilities anymore. So yeah, that really stands. Look there in Southern California, you got some heavy liners, and we can definitely see that operation right there. Here, we'll zoom in on that one, just because we've seen that really good. Where that's a targeted spray, man. They're keeping it into a certain area. So while that's loading, let's go ahead and check the earth null real quick, and then we'll jump back into that. Let's go ahead and check the polar vortex winds, make sure there's no atmospheric compression events. Like almost all the polar winds are gone. They're all down here in the southern hemisphere. Let me go ahead and check the atmosphere here. Oh, they got a heating event right now going on. So let me take that back a day. So it emanated the exact same spot as before we got that. I want to go ahead and see if we have any kind of wave warnings. We got a couple of cyclones. There's a cyclone there and a cyclone there. Let's just see over here where the shipping operations. Let's see what happens with these waves. So they're going to be sucked right up into the Aleutian Island chain. And it doesn't look like we have anything big coming wave-wise. So I can fast forward this up just a little bit. Take it on up as far as I can get it. All right, as far as we can go. Oh, it's starting to buffer now. All right, yeah, that sucks. Maybe it's because I ain't got that running. Nothing's running, so it should be, it's got to be the tube not liking what we're saying. All right, let's check the sea surface temperatures. We're going to be successful. Yeah, still a lot of cold water down in here, which is not good, because if there is no El Nino, that means the hurricane season is going to be a little worse. All right, let's go ahead and check the carbon monoxide, see what we got going. Where all the heavy aerosols. What do we got? Some volcanic stuff going on down here in Mexico. Something going on down there. Fires, maybe. East Coast. Pretty bad. India's been looking better, but I mean, it's still bad. See if we can pick up the fires going on over here in Europe. Where am I at here? I'm lost. Yeah, I really can't tell. By tomorrow, it should be pretty good. So we got super high amounts of the carbon dioxide, you know, down here in what's that, New York area, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island. So check your air quality alerts. It's actually kind of bad, you know, everywhere. Now this map is probably the worst map. I don't even like showing this. If you're looking at this map, this is all the carbon dioxide. When I take you back to 2016, you're going to see the difference in colors. It'll blow your mind. Look at this. This was 2016. The darker the colors, the better the air. The lighter the colors, the worse. So this is 2016. Now, if I go back to now, It's just mind-blowing. We're almost off the chart. We're almost at the point of no return. Look at that. We are in deep crap right here. Let's go ahead and check the particulates. These are really bad too. The PM 2.5, these are carcinogens. So right there, right at the border, is that the border of California? Or that's right where about where the Paradise fires were. So we got some, yeah, there, right there is where the Paradise fires were about right here. So right there at the Northern California, you got a hot spot. Down here in Florida, right where they had the earthquakes. So we got some pretty high amounts. And the auroras don't look too bad. So, all right, we're done with that. Let's go ahead and get back into this and see if we can, how good this comes out. All right, why is, oh, there it goes. Oh, it's running real slow. So right, oh, look at that spray. So not only do you have the ship tracks, you have a massive spraying operation out here in the Pacific. Like, wow. And then here's that targeted spray. And that's right where the bad carbon dioxide is. So you have a mega, what is this white dot right there? What is that? What formed that? It looks like they've dropped some of the orb sprays. Look how bright that is. Just a little ball, a little orb. There's 3 of them. And it went into night. Look at this grid pattern. Hopefully you guys can see that, because that is insane right there. In fact, let's go. Let's see if we can go to the west. Like, I need to see if I can get to the ship tracks and see if they show up here by the Aleutian. I don't know if that's going to be far enough south. We'll try it. Look, there's heavy aerosols out here over the Bering Strait. You think there's a bunch of flight traffic out there? It's because they're working with this low pressure system. So that system's being completely manipulated, like big time. So we're not picking up the shipping operation here, but man, we picked that up. There's a huge spraying operation into that low pressure system right there. Look at that. It looks like they're spiking it all the way around. So somehow I need to get a little farther south. We'll try. Let's try that one. That might get us to shipping operation. Might take this a second to load here. Man, that's disgusting. All synthetic clouds. So look at all the aerosols being deployed out here. Like, none of this is real clouds. This is all man-made. So we're not really picking up the ship tracks with the Cirrus layer. It's a different mix. But man, sure are picking up the trails. Look, there's a pentagram right there. A perfect pentagram right where that orb is. Are you kidding me? Let's see what this looks like on the microphysics. All right, let's see what it looks like on here. We should be able to pick up. Look, there's the ship tracks up there. You can see them in the yellow lines. Normally the dark blue lines are the aerosols. Yeah, we just got to wait on this to load. But yeah, there's the ship tracks right up there. They're spraying the north side of the storm. And look at this bunker fuel. Look at all the dark X's. So they're, it looks like they're spraying multi different kinds of spray out here, man. So there's no such thing as natural weather. It's all being manipulated all the way out from the Pacific, all the way across the United States, all over Australia, all over Europe, all over Russia, all over China. It's going on everywhere. It's a weather war. It's already going on. So, yeah, you pick it all up right here just with the different layers. Just got to know how to use them and all that. So, guys, I think we're going to call this a show. I want to thank everybody for coming out here. Nice crowd out there. Much love out there. We're going to rock out. We're going to rise. We're going to hit some song that we call Rise, because we all need to rise and stand up against this. And then we're going to play our fighting song. I'll come join you in chat. Much love out there. Thanks, everybody helps us out. Much love out there, guys. Here we go. Turn it up.